Today's kind of an odd day. It's a gloomy day. I was supposed to be filming something for a client today, but it was postponed till tomorrow, so now I just kind of feel aimless, a little confused. Now, of course, I can sit here and play video games all day, or I could take advantage of this kind of aimless mishap that I'm in and make another video. So a few days back, I took to the community tab on this YouTube channel. Stop. Anyways, so a few days ago, I took to the community tab on this YouTube channel to see or ask the question if there was a video you'd like me to do or a certain topic that you might want to see me do again or do more of in some nature. And one of the top ones that I really liked was from Vincent Ferrola, who said, do a what's on my Switch video. Vincent, I like that idea. I'm gonna do that idea. And I thought on top of that, why not? I'll show some of the accessories that I use and controllers that I use for this dude here.
Let's talk about these little rubber grippy dudes that I got.
Now, the reason I actually got these dudes is because I was afraid the actual Joy-Con analog sticks were starting to like deteriorate over time, and I was just getting super paranoid and would rather not have that happen. Of course, we have Smash Bros, which is one of the 3 cartridges that I own. I've talked a big game about going completely digital with the exception of these 3 dudes. This one was because I wanted the Switch at midnight. This one because I just felt an obligation to own a game I was really excited about physically. And then this was also purely and simply the experience of going to a midnight. Then we have this game that has dragons in it and some dudes that shout at stuff. I really don't know that much about it. Next up is Katamari Damacy Reroll, which I actually just did a review on for the last video. A link to that will be here to see. Then Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler is a game that I simply just think I'm gonna have to accept that I'm never going to beat. And I think that's okay. I think more and more I'm starting to come to terms with the idea of just simply not beating games. And I think that can say just as much about the game itself or me as the player, but simply put, if I don't feel the drive to see a game through to the end, then maybe that means I don't like it. Octopath Traveler, I took a risk on you. I'm glad I gave you a shot. I did have a good time in the time that I was playing you, but our paths might cross again. Octopath crossing. I'm gonna stop. Grim Fandango. Manny Calaveras' face can be printed on toilet paper, and I'll buy it. Slamland, if you don't have it, it is a great cheap little game to have in your arsenal on the Switch, especially for just a quick thing to throw on at a party. Old Man's Journey is a fantastic experience that I can't recommend enough. Snipper Clips is just like one of those games that was out when the Switch came out, where nothing else was really out, so you just buy it on principle of having at least something, and yeah, that's all I got. And one of the last games that I truly love and just think is just a very simple game that everyone should at least have some time experiencing is Little Inferno. I love that game. Okay, next thing, cases. So this first case, I just got the midnight release of the Nintendo Switch, so I just had something to protect it with, and it was probably the most minimal, sleek looking one of them all. However, recently, I found this dude at Target for I believe like $12. And really the only reason why I wanted this one was because it was just even more sleek and minimal and a little bit more compact. But overall, this one, like, I just like the texture of it. I just like feeling it. That might be a silly reason to buy a new case because I'm usually not very materialistic like that. I like carrying it, like feeling it more than kind of like this harder material. I also hate that noise. It's like nails in a... Ugh. And then we have controllers. So this should be a staple for any Switch owner, period. But I do admit, at the time of which it first came out, I was kind of apprehensive because it was expensive. It has gone down price since then. But now having it, it's hard to imagine not having it. It changed my life for games like Splatoon 2 and the motion controls and all of that stuff. So it's good. And then we have the third-party wireless Gamecube controller. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is completely usable for all Nintendo Switch games because it has the addition of both L and R thingamadudes and also the analog sticks click, which is sweet. But at the same time, I'd be hard-pressed to find any reason to use this aside from playing the game Super Smash Bros. Also, one quick con. What the fuck is this? Why? Why is this battery operated? Whatever, I get it. good for price point, good for cutting costs. Understood. And that's it for accessories. I, in all sincerity, have nothing else to show you that I own for the Switch. But before this video comes to an end, it's question time. Happy Bothan asks, what makes you get up in the morning and move forward in your life? In other words, what's your motivation to do all the things you do? Well, thank you for thinking that I do so much. First part of that question, what gets you up in the morning? Well, simply put, I like living. I like life. I like being alive and breathing. But the second part of that question, the motivation part, the thing that motivates me to do stuff, I've come to terms that I'm just simply compelled to do things. That's really about it. You know, like there's like the basic idea of like work to live or live to work. And I've truly accepted and acknowledged that I live to work. I don't know what it is, but since I was a child, I've always constantly felt compelled to be making something. And there's just been times in my life where I've deliberately chose to not make things, to take a step back and not do anything. And I can wholeheartedly say that those were some of my most depressed times in my life. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for giving me your suggestions on the type of videos or things you wanted me to do. I actually really enjoyed doing that, and I think I might make the efforts in kind of pulling ideas from you guys to make what it is you clearly want me to do. I am Kurt Indovina. I make videos and stuff. That's my thing. Yep. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you or having you look at me and me look at your comments and talk to you in the next video. I'm gonna stop. See ya. Goodbye.